gentlemen, boys and girls, today we're going to go ahead and do one of the smaller tier 5 tanks, the T1 Heavy. Um, this is a tier 5. The next step up from this is the tier 6, which is the M6, I believe. Let's take a peek. Yes, M6. The benefits from going up to the M6 from this one, basically your armor is about the same. It goes up a little bit on your hull. It goes to 101, I think, on your hull, and you get a way better gun. This gun is a top gun. It does fire fast, but it average damage is only 115, so it's not like you're hitting them for 240 or 280, whatever. I think it's 260 is what the other gun does. So yeah, but the armor actually on the M6 is a little worse on the sides of the tank, and I think the rear they're a little worse. And it almost looks about the same. So anyways, you get a whole bunch of crew members, obviously. So we'll start with the hit points. You get 660 hit points. You get 95 hull armor in the front, 101 turret armor in the front. On the side, you get 52 in the hull and 82 in the turret. And in the rear, you get 46 in the hull and 82 in the turret. So the turret's pretty well, armored. And you get good gun depression on this too. Gun is a 76 millimeter, and it gets 16.7 rounds a minute. Average penetration is 128, and your premium round is APCR, and it bumps you up to 177. And your HE rounds do 38 penetration. Average damage for your standard and your premium are 115 and 185 for the HE. Average damage per minute is 1917, and your dispersion at 100 meters is 0.43, which is phenomenally rotten. So, mine's a little bit better. The crew I have in here isn't anything exemplary. I mean, they're just kind of a basic 100% crew, and they're at 50%. Actually, 23%. I must have thrown him out from another tank in here or something. They're at 23%. My rate of fire is 19.7 rounds a minute, so my reload is 3.4 seconds. Turret traverse is 32, and the hull traverse is 26.67. So it spins pretty quick. Still got to watch out for getting circle strafed. Gun depression is -10 and +30, so you got great elevation, great depression. Aim time is 1.96, so it's under 2 seconds. It's not too shabby. Gun dispersion still stinks at 0.4. For a heavy tank, that's kind of rotten, actually. Average damage per minute is 2272. It's a 59-ton tank, so you can ram into, tier 5s. You get into some tier 6s and tier 7s. You got to kind of watch it. You don't want to ram into something that's heavier than you. Like a T29. T29 will wreck you. But if you're hitting, tier 5s and maybe, some tier 6s, you should be all right. Get a 960 horsepower engine, and your top speed is 35.4 kilometers an hour, and reverse is 10. Specific power to weight is 16.24. Concealment's 6.37, which it's a heavy, so I'm not going to have to worry about concealment because it's just a big tank. View range on mine is 343, so it kind of stinks. And I set it up with gun rammer, gun lane drive, and vents. With the aim time was pretty horrible, so that's why I put the gun lane drive. Vents helps with a little bit of everything. And your signal range is 512. It's kind of a typical heavy tier 5. I mean, it's nothing special. Gun's got decent pen. If you're top of the matchmaker, you should have no problem going through stuff with standard rounds. If you're at the bottom, 177, you can bump it up to with your premium rounds. That'll go through most of your tier 7s pretty easy. You might have a little trouble with T29, but if you get us lower plate, you shouldn't have a problem there at all. So, if you want to hold on for a minute, I'll have some gameplay for you and some post-game stats. Alrighty, so we find ourselves here on Windstorm, and a lot of times if I'm top tier, I like to go right into the city and try and, take it to them. It was a pretty good thing I did because we end up running into several of their heavies, and the way I came around, I was able to get side shots on pretty much all of them. If it would have been front shots on the, um, what are those? The Churchill 3s. Those have really good frontal armor, so I might have had a little trouble going through the fronts of those with standard, and I might have had to, bump it up to premium rounds. But yeah, we ended up getting side shots on them, so it worked out for the best. But this has got decent turret armor. The hull armor is really nothing special. I mean, it's 101, so if it's, lower tier stuff shooting at you, you're probably going to bounce it. Be it either the turret or the hull itself. But if you get a high penetrating shot at you from a tank destroyer or a tier 7, it's going to go through you like butter. Normally, what happens is they come around up this road here from that bridge that comes across the water. So I thought I'd come up here and see if I get some shots, and well, there was nothing there. Or at least I didn't light anything up. The view range on this thing is not the best in the world. So I figured, well, I'm going to come around this corner. They got to be coming this way. And I'm like, well, crap, where are they at? so there was that Largo in front of me. I think he's who I bumped into and knocked off like a couple hit points. I think he stops right in front of me here. Oh no, right there I bumped into him. That little bump, my gosh. But I was paying attention to the right, and I looked to my left. I'm like, holy crap, there's their big tanks we need to take out right there. And they're not even looking at us. So I'm like, I'll be more than happy to go ahead and just pound them. So you got a Type 95, Churchill 3, two Type 95s, Churchill 3 and a T-14. Well, that T-95 basically got the Churchill killed because he didn't let him back up enough. If he would have got backed up, he would have been safe, but that Type 95 didn't help him any. So the T-14 has actually got really good frontal armor, but we're able to go right. Actually, we were shooting him in the keister. He had his butt facing us. I was wondering why we were going through him so easy. And so it was artillery that hit me and knocked my track off. Oh, SU-5. He actually did 98 damage to me too. So there's the T-14. We were able to take him out. I didn't even angle or anything because I just figured I'd back up and take a shot. His average damage is like, I think the same. It's like, he did 95 damage. Or wait, no, 123 damage to me. So now we're just going to push on their cap. I'm seeing these guys over here getting awful close to our cap, but we got a Type 95 and, what else is that? PZ what? Whatever it was just taken out. But we still had a Type 95 over there, so I thought we'd be safe. And I knocked the track off the other Churchill 3. I think somebody just took him out. So now there's an A20 and gee whiz, what else is over there? B1, B1 GRB or whatever that is. Darn it. There, I forgot to change it to the B1. Oh, it's like that's like the B740F, BT740F. But I noticed they started capping us, and so my main objective right now is to get back to our cap to reset it. Looks like the Hetzer was still heading that way. Type T-34, myself. We did have 2 on our cap, so I felt, we got the KV-1s heading back to our cap. And then all of a sudden I saw 3 get on our cap. I'm like, crap, now there's no way I can turn around and make it to the enemy cap in time. I'm right in the middle of the map. So I figured I'm better off trying to get back to our cap and reset it. And I just started taking blind shots, hoping I might hit something. And the cap circle was actually over to the left a little bit. I see the Hetzer, and so we just capped him out right there. But I would just want to get a shot into the B1, and I actually miss. And that's all she wrote. So, if you want to hold on for a minute, I'll have some post-game stats for you. Alrighty, so for that match, we got a Mastery Badge Class 1, Sharpshooter, Fire for Effect, a Bruiser, and a High Caliber. We hit the Churchill 5 times. You can see it's got a pretty fast rate of fire, but doesn't do a whole lot of damage. For 465, and we knocked out his ammo rack and his track and destroyed him. The other Churchill 3 we hit twice for 234 and knocked out his track. The T14 hit him 6 times for 542. Knocked out his track and his driver, bounced 2 of his rounds for 110 and knocked him out. And the Type 95 we hit him 3 times for 349 and knocked out his track also. So we did 1,590 damage and got 939 experience on that. We had 22 shots, 17 hit, 16 pen for 1,590 damage. We got hit 3 times, 1 pen, 2 bounced, and 1 hit was a result of splash damage. I'm thinking somebody was shooting HE because I don't remember artillery stunning me unless it was smaller caliber artillery. I know they had already on the enemy team, but I didn't pay attention to what it was. I think it was an Su-26. Damage blocked by armor was 110. And damage caused to allies, I must have bumped into somebody for 3 hit points. Damage 4 destroyed 2. Damage caused with our assistance was 357. I shot 1 premium and the rest were standard. And actually, the first round I shot, I think I missed. So we got 39,687 credits. I had to pay 42 to the guy that I bumped into there. So we made 39,645. After they resupplied the ammunition and fixed the vehicle, we still made 35,354. Towards the very end there, I had to make a decision. Do I get on cap, or do I try making it back to our cap and resetting the cap? They had 1 on and 2 on. The second guy got on pretty quick, and I was trudging along, and I'm watching the counter go up, and then I noticed we had 1 get on ours, then a 2 get on ours, and I think we might have had a 3rd get on ours, so a couple of the guys went back and got on cap, which was a good thing. By the time I got back around and I was able to take a shot, I just tried doing a clutch shot to get a shot in there. Hopefully I was going to hit him. The round missed, but somebody else was actually able to take out one of the guys on our cap beforehand, so we ended up capping it out before they did, so we ended up winning. It's a hard decision when something like that happens because, for one, you're going to want to get more damage, but you don't want to lose the match. But, also you got to look at, is it going to benefit you, or is it going to benefit your team if you get on cap? I could have got on cap. I got no more damage trying to get back to our cap to reset it. I was just thinking with the players that we had on our team, most of them wouldn't really try to get back to cap to reset it, and I thought they were going to out-cap us. So that's why I was trying to get back to cap. I wasn't going, I need more damage. I'd already done like 1,590 damage, so I had plenty of damage for a good win 8 and a good match, so, so that's a decision you really got to make. When it's presented to you, do you go back to your cap to try to reset it, or are you better off getting on your cap and trying to cap them out faster, get 3 on, but they had 3 on. It's a hard one. You got to look at how many are heading to your cap to try resetting, which we had myself and 1 other. How many you've got left on your team, and how many are on your cap, or on the enemy cap, capping them out. So, And it just worked out for the best that one guy got a reset, and we were able to cap them out first. Um, Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please click the like button down below and subscribe to the channel. You guys take it easy, be safe, and I will see you on the battlefield.